Oh God.
Yeah. Okay,
Let
now
me
we can
see.
get started. 1, 2, 3, now.
Oh, that chair
That
is a
is
relic.
disgusting fucking chair.
I love it. That's a good old grandpappy chair.
Want
Back
me to
in
get it,
my
ship it to
day.
you?
Not really.
Back in my day, I read that as puke. Back in my day, we sat on shit green chairs to mask the said look of our own shit.
You sat on your grandpappy's lap while he chewed tobacco and spit it into the nearby spittoon.
How do I pop
Tong!
out? There we go. Pop out.
The only voice I remember is the fat guys. Oh no!
You
There's a
remember
fat
my
guy.
voice?
Oh
That's
no! Oh
nice.
fuck! Well, it's not your voice, my voice. I'm the fat guy, both in this and real life.
Been
I'm
so
fatter
long.
than you.
Well, we're back with this, and it's been a long time since we did this, so I mean, I think it's inevitable that eventually I'm gonna hit the wrong button and skip a bunch of shit by accident.
You like bananas?
Gel bananas. It's dark by the time we get to the lab. It's normally less than a 15-minute walk, but since Kurisu kept begging to take breaks, it ended up taking twice as long.
Okay, just making sure. Ha! We finally made it. I'm exhausted.
If you didn't complain so much about every little thing, we would have gotten here sooner.
Right back at you. You stopped to take a break at least 5 times along the way.
But I didn't complain.
Oh, right, we're carrying the TV. Or no, the computer. Right.
I'm glad you
It's all
remember.
coming back to me. It's all coming back to me.
That's because I wasn't feeling well.
Are you okay?
It's just, occasionally my right arm aches, and when it does, dark, destructive impulses overcome my soul.
Shut up, or I'll tear the peripheral nerves out of that arm.
Holy crap, there's something wrong with this girl. Rip out my nerves? That's like something from last year's New Gen incidents. Was there like a... Okay, well... That button skips to the next text, so if there was some way to check the red text and what that was all about, I don't fucking know. Okay, I'll shut up. Let's bring the IBN 5100 into the lab. The final barrier awaits. We have to ascend this rickety building's narrow staircase. That's right, the names are
Yeah.
hard to see at
Shouldn't-
first.
Yeah. I should have probably grabbed my glasses. Shouldn't you get your friends to help?
You're right. I checked the window. The lab's lights are on.
Huh?
Part-time warrior comes out of the brown tube workshop with perfect timing.
If it isn't Okabe Rintaro, what you got there?
You want to know? Then I'll tell you.
Wait, if you're gonna stand and talk, shouldn't we put the box down first?
Yeah. Actually, wait, this will only take a second.
Well, what is it?
What if I told you? It's an IBN 5100.
No way! You found it. Wow, way to go, Okabe Rintaro.
I wish he'd stop calling me by my full name. And I bet Jessica does too.
Gonna say, and I wish I thought you were gonna maybe say it and maybe hope she would get it right.
No, you got it right.
Pronounce it. Okay, cool. At least I'm pronouncing it right this time.
If she's going to do that, she should at least call me Hoin Kyoma.
I'd actually prefer that less. Where was it? It's heavy.
I heard a Windows notification, but I didn't see one.
That's me.
Oh, that was you?
Pretty sure it was me, I think.
Oh.
Okay. You have loud notifications then.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Thought it
Kurisu
was
starts
me.
giving in. I'm about at my limit, too. Let's put it down. Kurisu and I place it on the ground gently so as not to damage the contents.
Oh, where was it?
Yanabayashi Shrine. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember now.
Yanabayashi Shrine. You mean like Shinto Shrine?
Yeah.
Why was it there?
Then suddenly Suzuha looks at Kurisu.
Ah,
She gasps, then approaches Kurisu until they're close enough to feel each other's breath.
yes? Is it Makase?
Yep.
Kurisu?
Yep.
Sweet. Sweet!
Yeah.
Look at me go.
You did it.
Gold star. Right on my forehead. Yes.
For some reason, she stares at Kurisu with frightful intensity. Kurisu narrows her eyes in opposition. What's going on here? I can't move a muscle, the air's so thick with tension.
What is it? Have I done something wrong?
Suzuha turns away and without looking back disappears into the brown tube workshop.
No, we need help with the computer.
Yeah, we gotta lift it up all those stairs.
Who was that?
Now Kurisu demands answers from me. She works part-time at the store.
Why was she glaring at me?
How should I know? Did you do something to make her angry?
I've never seen her before in my life. How rude.
Kurisu picked a fight with me the first time we met too, but that was a hallucination, so I don't say anything. I get Daru and Mayuri to come down and help us, and the four of us carry the IBM 5100 upstairs. Good work, everyone. With this, we can fight.
Who are you fighting?
CERN, and the system that rules the world.
If that's what makes you happy.
Happy? I do not desire happiness. Have you forgotten? I am an insane mad scientist. What I desire is chaos. The time machine exists to bring chaos to the world.
Never mind happiness. You're like a junkie hyper secreting beta endorphins.
She just called me a beta.
Oh, Karine! I don't want you doing bad things, remember?
But wow, I can't believe you found one. You make the impossible look easy. That's why we love you. That's why we add.
Oh, sorry. I certainly don't admire him.
Eh?
Eh?
For a moment, there is complete silence.
It's all thanks to Mayushi.
Sure. Sure it is. Mayuri, oblivious as always, puffs out her chest with pride. But I don't miss Kurisu's relieved sigh. She keeps dropping manga quotes. Does this mean what I think it means? Is she a nerd?
Mayushi's info, Ocarine would still be lost on the streets of Akabe.
Mayuri's right. She did well this time.
Anyway, it's time for Mayushi to go home. What
What?
about you, Christian? Want to go together?
Wait,
What?
wait, wait, wait.
Is she talking to Christian?
Get on it! What the fuck?
It's time we go home now, 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 now!
Thanks. Thanks, but I'm gonna stay here a little longer.
Oh, microwave a banana. Looks like Kurisu's interested in the IBN 5100 in CERN after all. That reminds me, I haven't filled her in yet.
Okay, but you should go home before it gets too late. See you tomorrow, Tootaroo.
Mayuri waves her hand as she leaves. Now then, Daru, when do you think we can use the IBN 5100 to hack CERN?
Well...
Daru talks as he plugs the IBN 5100's power adapter into the wall. He turns the machine on and the power supply begins to make a turbulent noise.
Wow, it actually turned on. First, I need to learn how to use this thing. Looks like hooking it up is going to be a pain. Might take a while. I can't play with this thing and search for the server admin's ID at the same time.
Alright, prioritize the ID search. If possible, I'd like you to get the IBN 5100 ready to use this month, though.
There's still 30 days left this month. It's not going to take that long.
That's my super hacker.
It's hacker.
Well?
What's the answer the phone button? Aha! It was the triangle button.
Wow, the three-sided shape.
Oh, it's from Shining Finger.
Okay, this is where I have to, like, put this up to my face to read it. Have you found any leads yet? Nothing at all on my end. I've been to a lot of... Oh, I thought this said stories. I've been to a lot of stores, but none of them had an IBN 5100 on display. Maybe I should have tried asking. Anyway, let me know if you found anything. A name I don't remember how to pronounce.
Moeka.
Moeka.
Cloaca.
Do you not remember how to close your phone?
Kurisu's talking.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Sorry. I was so focused on that side of the screen. Hey,
You couldn't see
Okabe?
the forest through the trees. What? I look up, Kurisu is glaring at me. What did you just call me?
I called you Okabe.
You called me Okabe? I take one step towards Kurisu. And she takes a step back. It's the little dance we do.
Time out! Time out!
Daru tries to hold me back, but I shake him off and take a step closer. Kurisu doesn't step back this time. Without taking her eyes off me, she bites her lip hard and curls her hands into fists. Did you just call me Okabe?
I did. Problem? Yes, I'm younger than you. But you insist on calling me by ridiculous names like Christina and Zombie, so I don't think I need to show you any respect by adding Sun, and besides...
That's not the problem. I am not Okabe. I am Hoin Kyoma! How many times do I have to tell you, Christina?
God, you're so full of yourself.
How many times do I have to tell you, Christian?
working on it.
From now on, call me Hoin. That or Kyoma.
No.
Kurisu snaps at me and turns away. Are those tears I see in her eyes? Are you
Not today, sister.
crying, you little bitch?
I'm not crying. It's not like I was scared of you for a second there or anything. I definitely wasn't relieved when you started talking like an idiot again, okay?
See, in anime world, this bitch, she was relieved.
Aww. She stalks over to the window and stares outside. I see her wipe her eyes with the back of her hand. Seems she was crying after all. Daru, why is my assistant crying?
She said so herself just now.
All I did was correct her on my name.
Maybe she only acts strong, but is actually weak on the inside. That would be pretty moe.
Well, whatever. Back to checking mail.
And we're moving along.
But I'm thirsty from this hard day's work, so before that I take a fresh Dr. P out of the fridge. Dr. Pee-Pee.
Hey, aren't you gonna tell me what's going on?
Stop crying.
Dr.
Dr.
People? I toss the bottle to Kurisu once she turns around.
Yeah? Yeah, I don't know. What kind of expression is that?
That's a surprise that I just threw Dr. People at you. Kurisu
Not
tries
the
to
Dr.
catch
People.
it, but fails magnificently.
How am I gonna catch all this Dr. People?
How can I hold all this Dr. People? She picks the bottle up off the floor, then shoots me a glare. I'll explain in a second. Drink that while you wait. No, don't drink it. It's people.
Gee, thanks.
I need to send a reply to Shining Finger. She ended up being no help at all, but I suppose I can't just say nothing. I got the goods. Over. I send as concise a message as possible. Now then. I turn back to Kurisu, but the reply comes before I can open my mouth. Yeah. It's how she is.
The goods? You found an IBN 5100? Gimme! I'm not saying my own name. That's silly.
That is silly.
Technically, you're the one reading it, so probably in your voice.
Well, it's like, you know, in a movie when somebody leaves like a letter behind or something, and then the main character reads it, but the voice of the
Here's
person
their
that wrote
voice,
it is
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But this isn't a movie.
This is real life.
It's a anime video game.
No!
Sorry, but I'm not the owner. I can't just give it to you.
Gimme. That's probably the response.
I send that. Another instant reply.
Oh, okay. Let me borrow it.
It's easy to imagine what will happen if I lend it to her. She'll disappear and I'll never see the IBN 5100 again.
No. Come play with it. Come to my place.
No borrowing either. You can come over to our lab if you want to see it, but no touching.
Come over
No
here
touchy.
to play with my IBN.
No touchy. Ah, we just doxed ourselves. Chiyoraku Sotokanda 36 hashtags # Ohiyama building 2.
I was about to say, motherfucker calls them hack.
Man, their addresses are so long.
Yeah.
I used to have to send like transcripts to China even, and then it's like building, floor, apartment, district, city. It was crazy. Like,
Why do you have to specify floor?
I don't know. It's just like that's the address that they would send us, so then you gotta put that on like a UPS slip and or Canada Post, and then like back in the day you had to write it all out, so it never like fit, and you had to write really fucking small and shit. It was it's I don't know, some of them had the floor. Maybe like each floor had a 1 through 10 apartment, so maybe you had to be like apartment 1 on the first floor because there was an apartment 1 on every floor. Like I don't know.
Well, then it would be like a apartment. There would be like apartment 110, 101, yeah, and then like 201.
I mean, they were just like 1 though, not 101.
That's so strange.
I think that's, unless I remember it incorrectly. I mean, that's entirely possible. I do have a brain injury.
Well, that's okay. Jessica had a lobotomy, it's alright. I had the lab's address and send the mail. No more replies come.
Like that one Kennedy girl.
Sorry for the wait, Christina. I look up and see Kurisu drinking the Dr. P. Oh, you're a fan of the doc, I see. That's what us Dr. P fans call it.
I love that like one of her eyes is closed right now. Is there like alcohol in Dr. P?
Maybe.
No, it's like it's a smug type thing. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anime's weird.
Or she's got something in her eye.
Yeah.
She's got people in her
said-
eye.
Dr. P in the eye. I've lived 7 years at its birthplace after all.
I've got the P in my eye, hold on.
Did you get stung by an erection?
Excellent. We'll make great drinking buddies.
I'm a minor.
What does mining in caves have to do with that?
Mining in caves.
It's not what I meant. I meant Dr. P drinking buddies.
Is that all you drink?
P drinking buddies. Kurisu shrugs her shoulders and takes another swig, signaling me to talk. And so I explain how Daru and I hacked into CERN. And how they've already had the LHC in operation for 9 years. And how they've successfully created mini black holes. And how it looks like they're researching time travel. And how they also haven't disclosed any of that to the world. Kurisu's expression grows more and more intense as she listens to the story.
CERN certainly is acting strange, but how's the IB-15100 involved?
CERN's database uses an IBM 5100.
So?
The only way to decrypt that database is to use an IBM 5100 of our own.
How do you know that?
I have my sources. I don't drop Titor's name. I have no doubt this genius girl would laugh if I did. Kurisu puts a finger to her lip, deep in thought.
Setting the IBM 5100 and such aside, I want to see proof that CERN's really doing that sort of research.
True, we didn't get any definite proof of CERN's time travel research last time we hacked them. Daru, will it take much longer to find the server admin's account?
Actually, I was just thinking about doing that. Shouldn't take more than half a day, I
guess. There you go. Oh, this one's from Lukaku.
No, that's the dude.
Yeah, that's the Shrine Maiden boy.
That's the. Oh, I don't know if I can use that term anymore.
Okay.
I wouldn't want Hashida-san to hyperventilate. I really want to cook for you, Okabe-san, but it's probably best if I don't.
What?
What did that
Where did that come from?
I want to cook for you. Then do it.
Go right ahead.
But it's best if I don't. Okay, then don't. Fuck off. Quit talking to me.
Why did you send me that?
Wasting my time with words that mean nothing.
I'll wait until then.
You'll wait. It's already getting dark. Why not go home for tonight and come back tomorrow morning?
No thanks. I'll wait. I want to know as soon as possible, and even if it's just a microsecond sooner.
That's the spirit. You're already fascinated by the conspiracy. You can't help but want to know what lies at the heart of CERN.
If what you guys are saying is true, then this isn't something to joke about. CERN is the world's top research institution. If they're doing secret experiments without publishing their results, they're making fools of scientists the world over. That's only if it's true, though.
She
Did you hear that
finishes by
notification that time?
She finishes by emphasizing that point again. Did I hear what?
I just got a notification, so maybe it was your Windows, not mine.
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear it that time. So yeah, that was my Windows earlier.
Sneaky Windows update.
Doesn't look like she believes us. Anyway, Daru, I'll leave it to you. According to Daru's research, the IBN 5100 weighs 25 kilos. For now, we'll leave it on the shelf in the development room. We carry the cardboard box to the room, half dragging it. Kurisu follows.
Can you show me the phone wave?
Indeed I can. Want to experiment?
You haven't been able to send another email to the past, right? Do you know why?
I can only shake my head.
Let's run some tests.
Kurisu looks around the development room.
Man, you have a ton of junk.
In this trunk. It's not junk. Since you're new to the Future Gadget Laboratory, I'll explain. These are the glorious fruits of our science, the Future Gadgets. Future Gadgets 1 through 7 are stored here. The phone wave, with which you are already familiar, is gadget number 8.
Future gadgets, huh?
It's Future Gadget. Kurisu casually picks Future Gadget 4, Mode Snake, up from the shelf and stares at it.
What?
Hey, isn't this a weapon?
Future Gadget number 4, Mode Snake, designed after a Claymore landmine, is an instant humidifier. Sure.
How confusing.
Yeah.
Insert water and turn the power on, and in mere seconds it generates a thick cloud of steam.
So it's junk. I thought so.
Kurisu sighs and returns Mode Snake to the shelf.
I'm borrowing this.
Ah, so you want the humidifier. Without waiting for a reply, she grabs Daru's never-worn lab coat from the shelf and puts it on gallantly. Whoa!
It's just not right without a lab coat.
Overcome with emotion, I seize Kurisu's hand and grasp it firmly.
Hey,
Assistant! You get it, don't you?
get what? Let go.
Get real.
If you're gonna do science, you need a lab coat, right? I told Daru over and over, but he wouldn't wear one. But my assistant is different. She put it on before I even said anything. I knew you were meant for this, Christina. You're the best assistant a mad scientist could ask for.
Good? I mean...
I had
if
trouble
that's-
reading.
Are you having a
I
stroke?
do all the time. I don't know if that's supposed to be a compliment, but it's coming off as an insult. Now let go.
She shakes off my hand and turns her back to me. I'm giving you that lab coat to commemorate your joining the lab. Don't worry, it's never been worn. Or maybe this fateful encounter between you and that lab coat was decided by destiny long ago. Daru not wearing it was just another inevitability. This is the choice of Steins.
Shut up so we can start the experiment.
Kurisu thrusts both hands into her lab coat's pockets, then bends down to look at the time machine now placed underneath the table. The previous experiment broke the table and even left a hole in the floor. There's a danger that will happen again if we successfully reproduce the discharge phenomenon, so unfortunately we'll have to leave it on the floor for now.
So you haven't tampered with the microwave at all?
I'd point to the X68000. There's code on the screen. It's in terminal mode now. We can change the factory settings like this, make the microwave do things its manufacturer never intended.
How was it set when the discharge phenomenon occurred?
Nothing out of the ordinary. It was at factory settings.
I'll take a banana.
The bunch of bananas only has 3 bananas left. Those are Mayuri's.
Oh, so I don't need your permission then. I'll go buy new bananas tomorrow.
Kurisu takes 1 banana from the bunch, squats down, and places it inside the phone wave, name subject to change. She begins to type it on her phone. She pushes send, and the phone wave, name subject to change, begins to turn backwards. After 120 seconds, the chime rings.
Nothing happened.
The banana's still in the microwave, unjellified.
Ow!
Kurisu yelps as she tries to take out the banana and quickly draws back her hand. She starts blowing on her fingers.
It's hot.
Meaning the microwave functioned normally. This proves that the hidden function Mayuri found wasn't a freezing function, but we knew that already. Undaunted, Kurisu throws in a new banana and once again begins reverse rotation for 120 seconds. But the second banana warms up too. We can't reproduce the jellification phenomenon, much less send mail to the past. What does this mean?
I guess what happened earlier was an irregularity after all.
Well, then explain it. I don't know if it's an irregularity or not, but we ought to investigate the cause.
I agree.
We agree for once. But Kurisu's motives and my motives are probably the exact opposite. My assistant here wants to disprove my theory that the phone wave, name subject to change, is in fact a time machine. In the previous experiment, after spending 120 seconds in the phone wave, name subject to change, the banana teleported back to the bunch jellified. We should consider that it returned to its state 120 seconds before.
Wrong. If it returned to its state 120 seconds before, it wouldn't be jellified.
So she wants to say that because it was jellified, it didn't travel back in time. The chicken returned to its frozen state without jellifying.
The logic is dubious. Sure, it ended up frozen, but did you examine the possibility that it might have jellified first?
No, I didn't. I think Mayuri ate the refrozen chicken. Salt didn't jellify.
Oh. You mean nothing changed?
After the discharge phenomenon occurred last time, we spent all night experimenting with cabbage, radishes, rice, cognac, melon bread, crunchy kun, and cup noodles. Nothing happened. The same thing with liquids. On that day, our success rate took a 180-degree turn. Before the discharge phenomenon, everything succeeded. After the discharge phenomenon, everything failed.
Is a microwave storing electricity? You said that jellified objects became fractal structured, right? Salt has a simple structure by nature, so maybe that had an effect. But how could electricity be related?
Here, we should think under the assumptions of time travel theory.
No, it's not good to start thinking from that conclusion. Or from the conclusion.
We've already had several successful experiments, you can't deny that.
I'm not especially concerned whether this thing is a time machine or not. To begin with, it's physically impossible for this teeny little microwave to produce energy equivalent to the Big Bang.
Kurisu frowns deeply.
I can't reproduce the discharge phenomenon, nor the fractionalization. There should be a reason why.
Can't reproduce a discharge.
Can't reproduce these nuts.
We haven't changed our methods. We haven't changed the settings. We haven't changed the experimental subjects either. There must be some other variable.
Maybe it's the one who observes it.
What do you mean by that?
Quantum theory. The observer is an important element to the experiment.
There were 4 of us here when the discharge phenomenon occurred last time, but before that it occurred when Hashida-san was alone. Each time fractionization occurred, there were either 2 or 3 people observing. You and I saw both phenomena. In other words, the conditions haven't changed.
In that case... There must be some other variable. It's on the tip of my tongue. Then I hear a rumbling sound from Kurisu's stomach. Hungry?
Shut up! I haven't eaten anything since lunch.
Kurisu turns away as she looks at her watch.
It's already 8?
Just eat a banana. But only one of the 2 we just warmed. They are, after all, the fruit of our experiments. Or you could take something from our stock of cup noodles. Don't want any? Well, since you have lived in America for so long, I guess you'd prefer fast food instead.
Cup noodles?
What?
I'll have cup noodles.
Cup noodles?
What flavors?
There's soy sauce flavor and chicken flavor.
Chicken.
She seems in the mood to eat.
Also, do you have a fork?
It's past midnight. At 8 o'clock, the 2 of us silently ate cup noodles and warm bananas. Daru said he didn't want any, and ever since then we've been examining the phone wave, name subject to change. I've mainly focused on the terminal mode settings through the X68000. The programs Daru wrote are all wizard class though, so I can't understand most of them. Kurisu's been examining the AC adapter and the lab's electrical switchboard for a while, though we stopped her when she tried to disassemble them. It's early morning and she still shows no sign of leaving. Where is she staying anyway? She's been in Japan for 1 or 2 months, and she did say she was going back to America this month. The trains aren't running this late, so I guess she might not be able to leave even if she wants to. But in that case, why didn't she leave before the trains stopped? Don't tell me she plans to stay! No girls have ever stayed over at the lab. Mayuri has a curfew, so she goes back home to Ikebukuro. Daru and I frequently stay here, though. It's not an exaggeration to say we live here half the time. Maybe it's normal for American girls to stay overnight in labs. Christina, is it okay to stay here this late? Perhaps you should contact your family.
No need.
They're coming here. What? Do your parents let you do whatever you want? Kurisu turns to me and sighs.
I haven't seen my father in 7 years. My mother's in America. I'm living in a hotel right now. Understand?
What? Living in a hotel? Well, true, renting an apartment for just a month is absurd, but... You damn celebrity, if you're American, then you should at least use a motel instead of a hotel, right?
I'm not American, and there aren't any motels in the heart of Tokyo.
What sort of hotel?
What do you mean? It's a normal hotel in that place.
Ochanomizu.
Okay, if you say so.
Oh, that place? Then you can walk there from here, can't you?
Sure.
I see. That's why she's so flexible with her schedule. I finally understand. So tell me about your father.
Sorry?
You said you haven't seen him in 7 years?
Why do you care about my father?
He seems like a nice guy. You're the one who mentioned him. Isn't that basically a hidden message saying, please give me some advice about my father, please?
You're crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are my assistant, and I can't let my assistant have any worries. So tell me everything that's on your mind. Kurisu pouts and says no more. Instead, she glares at the circuit box on the wall. What's wrong?
I have nothing to say to you.
Oh, I know. Your father was a hero, but then he fell to evil, and now he wears a black mask and cape and goes, Hiko! Right? And in the future, you two are destined to fight, and... I think I heard Kurisu's teeth grind. You're really mad at me, aren't you?
Don't make fun.
Kurisu doesn't look me in the eye, but her low voice tells me how mad she is.
Of people's family issues like that, you're trampling on my heart.
Dramatic much? Could our father situation be a landmine?
But
Maybe I
daddy
should've-
issues, okay?
Maybe I should
Daddy
apologize.
wasn't there.
To take me to the fair.
As soon as he doesn't care.
I try to think of the words, but before I can say anything...
Hell yeah!
Daru's war cry echoes through the lab. Did you get it?
I did the thing and I did it well. Mission complete.
Daru shows his white teeth in a wide grin as he gives a thumbs up.
I got the server admin's ID and password. Now we can peep as much as we want. Yahoo!
And the IBN 51 database?
That's separate, duh. The server admin's unrelated. I mean, it's a database with normally unreadable code, so there's a limit on who can access it. Doesn't look like even the lab director can access it.
There are positions higher than that?
Something called the CERN Executive Council.
So they call it a council, eh?
What about it?
It's a fitting name for our enemy.
Oh, come on! We moved on from it!
Kurisu looks at me coldly. Whatever, let's leave the IBN 5100 database for another day. Run a search for data on time travel research.
Okie dokie. That Z program we saw last time was suspicious, wasn't it?
That, and the Jellyman's report. We couldn't get concrete information on either before. Kurisu stares holes into the monitor. Her angry expression has disappeared. Look carefully, and burn it into your eyes. The proof of CERN's actions, its deceit upon the world.
Oh yeah, baby. Found the LHC project supervisor.
The supervisor? That's a pretty important post.
Supervising. Right now, we're peeking inside his computer. Z program.
Z obviously stands for jelly. Zeddy.
Oh, jelly stands with J. Jelly.
Careless mistake. So uncool.
Ew. What I meant to say is that there's no way it would have such a simple name. The name's hiding something important. There has to be a double meaning. Daru, who's been searching through the log, suddenly stops.
Got it.
He displays a graphic on the monitor. It looks like a scan of a very old paper document. The letterhead reads, Z Program, Top Secret. The program began in 1970... Oh, sorry, that's you.
Oh. Fucking, it's bound to happen a few times.
Yeah.
The program began in 1973.
Oh. Oh, when was CERN formed?
What's the name at the bottom?
And so small. 1954.
How was Babby formed?
It's a grower, not a shower.
I asked Daru, but Kurisu answers instead, her tone flat. I thought that maybe CERN was formed with the Z program in mind, but 54 means my guess was off. When was the IBM 5100 put on market?
1975.
So maybe that's why the IBM 5100 was central to CERN's operations. The years match, after all. No, that's wrong.
So what you got?
Can't be something as stupidly simple as that. There has to be a worldwide conspiracy involved. Maybe IBM hid their proprietary programming language in the IBM 5100 for the sole purpose of its use in CERN's Z program. IBM and CERN are co-conspirators, and both of them are being manipulated from the shadows by an even larger organization. Yeah, that's way more interesting.
Ugh, a JPEG? Come on, I can't copy-paste this.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? Daru mutters some complaint.
Sorry, I was just looking at my dog.
Aw.
His text isn't in French. I mean, he's still getting those hot spots. I just saw another one.
Oh.
Little cheech.
Oh! What's on screen right now looks like English.
Actually, there's French, Dutch, and German versions, too. The content looks the same, though. I can read all those languages.
Nice.
CERN's purpose into heading the 21st century shall be to establish control over space and time, thereby to enable the destruction of extant history and the creation of an everlasting utopia. Ruled by the committee that encompasses the entirety of the past and future events. Is she reading something?
I guess.
Oh.
Kurisu suddenly starts speaking at a stilted clip.
Alright. Maki says she can do English.
Way to go, assistant! Your study abroad in America was all for the sake of today, wasn't it?
Of course not. Stop assigning people's roles in your fantasy world.
My fantasy world is all I have.
It's all I need. Daru relinquishes his chair, allowing Kurisu to sit in front of the computer.
Thank you. I thought I was speaking in English, but I guess not. In order to maintain this project's secrecy and to allow its name to remain relevant in changing circumstances, we designated the Z program.
Now you're reading in super English.
Z, like the Greek omega of the Siluric, yeah?
Yeah.
I could barely read that. Sometimes a white against the white, too, is hard to see. It is
Yeah.
forbidden to assign any meaning to this name or to seek it in its significance beyond the project itself. Negative returns are predicted. This should etiquette be violated? This etiquette be violated. What the fuck?
Edict.
That that read weird to me.
Oh, whoops. I just smacked the controller and I don't know what I did.
Don't do
Well,
that.
I can read it from here, can't
Yeah.
I?
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Okay. The Z program is a top secret project spanning international borders. Like electromagnetic wave research, it has been approved for top priority funding by the Committee of 300. Henceforth, all other research performed by CERN shall function to keep the Z program existence secret. Oh my god, he was right.
Oh. I guess Kurisu's reading the preface to a document. It's getting rather dull. Is there anything specific about what exactly the Z program is? Daru types on the keyboard from the side, bringing up another window.
Here. That's me.
Why am I on screen?
I know, it's even worse. This can't be.
Kurisu bends forward and stares wide-eyed at the words on the screen. What is it?
The purpose of the Z program is to perform time-space displacement experiments by means of high-energy proton collisions. Proton collisions?
Yeah, two protons colliding.
We have some Dr. P while we do our proton experiments.
Dr. P actually stands for Dr. Proton.
Project Z brought to you by Dr. P.
Time-space displacement experiments. In other words, time travel. I have to struggle to keep from shouting. I quickly run over to the window and close it. It might make it hotter inside, but it would be worse if people outside overheard us.
No way. It was true? You're telling me they've been deceiving the world for nearly 40 years?
Just as I suspected, a great shadow lurks behind CERN, most likely the organization or one of its puppets.
What organization you... What?
Junibyo.
What? Jonibyo nut job? At least try to be serious some of the time.
Don't be ridiculous. My words are always grounded in truth.
Anyway, shouldn't it be the committee instead of the organization? That's what it says here.
Shut up.
No! Fuck you.
The Committee of 300? I don't think they mean CERN's Executive Council. What are they talking about?
The world
Oh,
is
you
full
didn't
of
read that.
lies. It's not as beautiful as you think.
Listen, Okari.
I am listening. The Committee of 300 is the dark power that controls every secret society, every government, every multinational corporation.
You're making things up again.
It's the truth. Google it if you don't believe me. Until now, the human race, for all its accomplishments, has never been able to overcome the barrier called time. The technology of time travel, which can break through the barrier, will change the course of human history. Literally. As it was when we split the atom, this forbidden fruit has the potential to grant us godlike power. Not a man exists who can resist its temptation. And naturally, all those with power will use any means at their disposal to obtain it. Human morality is naught but a joke to those who would stand with the gods. Understand, Christina?
Wow, that was quite a speech. Since you seem to know so much about it, does that mean you're aiming for godhood too?
What Hoin Kyoma desires is the destruction of all who would call themselves gods, the collapse of their hateful system, and a glorious new age of chaos.
Hoo hoo hoo, ha ha ha.
Muhahaha.
I'm not asking Hyoyen. I'm asking Okobe.
I am Hoin.
I forgot an extra in there. In other words, you don't have your own reason.
Damn you, assistant. How dare you attack my very identity?
Forget about it, Makiseshi. Fuck Makiseshi. Please keep reading.
Haha, welcome to my world.
Taru, what do you mean, forget about me?
I'm tired of listening to conspiracy theories. I'm more interested in the Z program than your delusions.
I told you they're not delusions, and they're not theories. But Daru does have a point. Our top priority now is to expose the dark side of the international research organization known as CERN. Continue, assistant.
At least show some respect when you're asking for a favor.
Though huffing out complaints, Kurisu obediently goes back to translating.
Stage 1. Construction and implementation of the Large Hadron Collider? Collider? I can't read the red. Maybe I'm colorblind.
Maybe.
That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Not just stupid.
Okay.
Can't read properly. Over the past half-century, beginning with the proton synchrotron completed in 1959, particle accelerator technology has reached the point where standardized results may be obtained. Why do I get all the hard words?
Because you're the science girl.
Ugh. Someone else should be doing this role then. Stage 2. Implementation and testing of lifter technology. The formation of more than 2 artificial localized singularities, as well as the formation of Kerr black holes, will become possible when this stage is complete. In order to hide the program's true goal, it is necessary to intentionally leak misinformation regarding the formation of black holes. Stage 3. Animal experimentation. Stage 4.
Kurisu stops talking.
Let me guess, human experimentation?
Oh? She takes a deep breath and finally mutters angrily.
Human experimentation.
Oh my god, you were right.
Nailed it.
A chill runs up my spine. I admit it, some part of me still saw this as a game. I was elated to discover that an institution as respected as CERN was actually doing time travel research. After all, we ourselves had succeeded, whether by chance or design, in producing our own time travel phenomenon. I thought that maybe we could beat CERN to the first functional time machine design. And wouldn't that be something? But now, just like I said to Kurisu, the world is full of lies. Morals are meaningless. Was it really okay for us to get involved in this?
Hey, Okarin, remember when we hacked in before? I'm pretty sure that email we read said this. Result. Error. Human is dead. Mismatch. For details, see the Jellyman's report.
Not the Jellyman.
Yes, the Jellyman!
Who lives on Jelly Lane? Someone died?
Like a lot of people do, actually.
Every day.
Yeah.
You need to go out, peepees?
Dr.
Oh,
Peepees?
yeah.
Dr. Peepees. Dr. People Tongues. I'll be right back. I gotta,
Okay.
see if my dog needs to pee.
That have something to do with human experimentation.
While she's doing that, I'm going to stand up and wipe sweat off of my body because goddamn it's hot in here.
I am lucky to be in the Pacific Northwest where it's not that hot today and also have good AC.
I don't have good AC, not in my room anyway.
Well, give them little AC units. Well, I guess even then you'd have the fucking in the background of your shit, so probably best not to. I don't know, man. So how's everybody doing?
Uh-oh.
Not you! Fuck off! I was talking to the viewer.
Okay. My throat goes dry.
You should probably drink some water, bud.
Okay.
Remember to stay hydrated.
God damn. My glasses leak all over the fucking place. Condensation's a bitch. I'm having all kinds of liquid trouble today.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. You gotta keep your liquids,
Out of trouble.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna use this napkin as a coaster, why not?
The perks of copious amounts of DoorDash. The bar of napkins you get.
Yeah. Cold sweat seeps through my brow, and it's not because of the heat. Kurisu and Daru are waiting for me to speak. Are they entrusting the decision to me? I ask myself, is this really okay? Are you sure? There's no turning back. True, but can I live with myself if I ignore this conspiracy? Daru, look up the Jellyman's report.
Really?
Really. But first, Christina. You should leave. Did I just hear Jessica come back?
No, it's me.
Oh.
So,
Why you suddenly?
why are you suddenly Carl fucking...
The Jellyman's report. It just gives me a bad feeling. Once we see it, we can no longer return to our normal lives. You're a genius. You're already published. For crying out loud. There's no need to throw away your promising future. Are you worried about me? Of course I am. You are my assistant after all.
I sound like God.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, you are now Rob Paulson. I hope you're happy.
Great. I keep telling you I'm not your assistant. Thanks for your concern, but I'm leaving. We need to expose this truth to the world.
You said she's not leaving.
Oh, I'm not leaving. No, I'm leaving.
No.
That makes way more sense.
It's too dangerous.
You chickening out?
We're powerless against this conspiracy. One wrong move and they'll have us erased.
But still.
This isn't a game. I'm not joking here.
Fine, I won't tell anyone.
Though her expression shows she still doesn't agree, she finally submits.
But I'm not leaving. It'll keep me awake at night.
You won't regret this?
Ah! There's a little spider on my computer.
Oh no.
I won't. I
Smack.
won't.
I can just hit him with
Won't.
She declares
No, it's like-
firmly. I don't know if it's her competitive spirit or if it's her bravery or if she's just ignorant to the ways of the world, but it doesn't look like I can persuade her to back down. What about you, Daru? Prepared?
Well, I am a super hacker.
He's comfortable even in this situation.
My skills. They'll never know we were there.
That settles it. It's good that Mayuri's not here. I can't get her involved. I look Daru and Kurisu in the eye. Alright. Let's begin. Kurisu gives the seat to Daru. Henceforth, this shall be known as the Operation Leg Yarn's Chest.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Why Norse mythology?
Is that Norse mythology? Because it's cool, I guess.
Anyway. Oh, no, that's you.
Anyway, what is it with men and military terms?
Military is cool.
Daru, begin the operation. He soon finds the Jellyman's report. Required a second password on the authentication, which Daru broke through easily.
Ready? I'm opening it.
Daru looks at me and Kurisu. I wet my parched lips and nod. The air in the lab suddenly seems thicker. Unable to escape through the closed window, it surrounds us with an oppressive heat. Daru wipes the sweat off his forehead with a handkerchief, then timidly presses the enter key. The file opens. At first glance, it looks like a resume. There's a photograph on the top right. Top left has name, age, height, weight, and other information. In the center is a long string of English text. Underneath that, there's something attached like a scan of a newspaper clipping with a black and white photo. And then I know. I know exactly what the Jellyman and Jellyman's report means. Jellyman's report... Oh, that's not me.
Jellyman's report 10. Subject: James McCarthy, age 31, American.
Oh.
C program stage 4, date of experiment 2005, January 28th. T 1305. 1300. 05. However you
Yeah.
want to read that.
That's 12.5.
Sure, that works for me.
12.5 p.m.
Kurisu bends over Daru's shoulder, reading the contents out loud.
Results: error, human is dead, mismatch.
Oh, we made bananas jelly. They made people jelly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. That again.
It is believed that due to infinite compression by supergravity, the subject could not endure passage through the singularity inside the Kerr black hole. April 3rd, 1921, New York City, an unidentified man was discovered dead in the alley off Union Square. The right half of his body was embedded in a nearby wall.
Sounds like Kurisu is reading the newspaper article at the end.
The man's body was completely jellified.
Gilman.
Dun dun dun.
Huh.
Oh,
Chapter 3?
New chapter.
I got a trophy. Hey.
Interpreter rendezvous.
Ticking of the clock is like a hammer inside my head. It's past 2 a.m. The window is closed and the lab is silent but for the humming of the computer. We stare at the gruesome image displayed on the monitor, speechless. I was right. We're in too deep. I half expect guys in black suits and sunglasses to kick down the door and drag us off to a secret military prison. Better make sure the door's locked. That'll stop them.
What's going on here?
Daru breaks the silence with a disbelieving whisper.
They jellified someone?
Upon hearing the familiar word jellified, I reflexively look at the bunch of bananas placed next to the computer. There's only one banana left. We didn't have a single successful experiment today, so none of them were jellified. But I don't think this is a mere coincidence. The jellified bananas produced by the phone wave, name subject to change, and the jellified corpses produced by CERN's experiments, they seem identical in nature.
You're experimenting on people.
Kurisu speaks calmly despite her grim expression. She doesn't even avert her eyes from the gruesome image.
And this means they've created a time machine, doesn't it? Even if it's not perfect?
Eh? I'm still in shock, so I don't quite grasp the meaning of Kurisu's words.
This New York Times article is from 1921.
90 years ago.
We can math.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a mat?
About 350.
Oh shit, okay. Not 2039?
Yeah. Kurisu points to the part of the... Kurisu points to part of the black and white photograph, her finger shaking slightly. The jellified corpse of a man. She's pointing to his shoulder, which has writing on it. Perhaps it was printed on his clothes. It's fused onto the jellified body, but you can somehow manage to read it. CERN.
So CERN used the LHC to send someone back to 1921?
Looks like they failed to keep him alive, though.
Is this the only report?
No, there's more. It's like 14 people in total.
There's a whole jelly family.
Oh shit.
More jelly men? That means more jellified people. More victims of human experimentation. I swallow hard. Ladies. I'm awfully thirsty.
I can tell.
I take a cold Dr. P out of the fridge and wet my throat. Show me the others. Daru pulls up another report. Without being told to, Kurisu begins translating out loud.
Jellyman Report 9. Subject Dan Straysky?
Straysky.
Age 20. Well, I'm going to pronounce it how I want because he's Canadian. I'm
Okay.
Canadian.
Okay.
So, it's Straysky. Age 26, Canadian.
Listen, if it's Canadian, you can butcher the French all you want.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Z Program 4, date of experiment, October 30th, 2004. Because that rolls off the tongue better. 1400 hours, 10 minutes.
310.
310. Results. Error. Human is dead. Mismatch. The newspaper clipping, I think it's in French. I can't read it.
Luckily, we have a real Canadian.
We can't speak French either. You can read the date, though. January 31st, 2001.
Wow, I sound like Jessica.
Hey, let me try here. The body of a boy was found in the forest.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about all I got.
Your elementary French is paying off.
Nice.
And the cadaver is with. Yeah, that's all I got. The body is with something. Yeah. No. Anyway, the location is Pau, France, I guess.
Pow.
Pow! Catalina's
2001.
fucking wine mixer.
That's fairly recent. A pretty big difference from James McCarthy, who jumped nearly 90 years back to 1921. Daru calls up a machine translation, giving us the following. January 31st, 2001. Collapsed male corpse discovered in forest outside Pau, France. Its left foot was fused to a tree trunk and the body had jellified. Daru goes to the next report.
Jellyman's Report 8. Subject, Linda Hill. Yes, an easy name, finally.
Yeah.
Age 25, British.
Rinda Hiru.
Ginda Hiru.
C Program 4, date of experiment, February 15th, 2004 at 1:45. Results. Error. Human is dead. Mismatch. At this point, I just feel like they should be like, ditto.
Yeah.
Or samesies.
Samesies.
Samesies mismatch. He dead.
Oopsie doodle, they dead.
Fucking god.
Not again! Did I do that? No shocker here, he dead. She dead.
We're dead again.
No. Wah wah. October 2nd, 1972. The jellified body of a woman was discovered on the streets of Dharmapuri in
Dharma and
Tamil
Greg.
Nadu, India. There were signs that the body had been run over by a car.
Hmm. Daru goes to the next page.
Jellyman Report 7. Let me guess. He dead. Michael Lang, age 33, German.
Oh shit.
Hmm.
Z Program 4, date of experiment, October 8th, 2002, 1:28. Yeah, he dead.
Oh my god, you were right.
That bitch fucking gone. He fucking...
The article clipping is written in Japanese. Looks like a pre-war newspaper. May 24th, 1936. The corpse of what is believed to be a jellified human was discovered at the base of Mount Hiei in Kyoto. It was in a damaged state, possibly from having slid down the slope. It even happened in Japan. I've never heard this story before. It was pre-war, though, so I guess someone born in the 90s like me would have no way of knowing about it. Next page. The picture shows a beach, beautiful, but for the jellyfish-like body lying on the sand, it must have washed ashore.
Jellyman Report 6. Subject, Mark Hughes, age 30, American. Z Program 4, date of experiment, August 23rd, 2002, 12:52. And he dead.
Oh.
On July 1st, 1985, a strange body washed ashore on the coast of Straymore, Faroe Islands.
Sure.
It appeared to be the body of an adult male, but its flesh was soft like that of a jellyfish. Some of the island's inhabitants believe that it was the body of a merman. The inscription CERN was found near the body's shoulder, but CERN denies any involvement.
Keep looking?
Yeah, I think I've had enough of dead bodies.
I've seen enough. There are 14 of these people?
The sites are spread throughout the world. What can we deduce from this?
They must have sent them to those places.
I don't think so. It's too random.
Random.
There was something about Kerr black holes and gravity, right? Isn't that the cause?
It is believed that due to infinite compression by supergravity, the subject could not endure passage through the Kerr black hole's singularity. That's what it said.
What's a Kerr black hole? Is it different from a regular black hole?
It's a theoretical black hole with a rotating singularity. Their existence hasn't been proven yet. Not that there's any way to prove one exists.
Kerr black hole. Where have I heard that term before? That's right. John Titor. Titor said his time machine used Kerr black holes. According to Titor, CERN finished their time machine in 2034, and then Titor himself came from 2036. It makes sense for Titor and CERN to be using the same time travel technology. Kurisu closes her eyes in deep thought.
Creating Kerr black holes? That's insane. If you screw up, it could swallow the Earth. And besides, Kerr black holes are just theoretical construct. Are just a theoretical construct. My apologies.
If Titor's predictions are a reality, then that means the LHC worst-case scenario video on MewTube was right.
Mewtwo.
MewTube.
I don't know about Titor's predictions, but I've seen the problem video before. It was on the news 2 or 3 years ago.
The gravitational forces inside a black hole are unbelievably powerful. It's certainly possible that passing through one could allow time displacement. There's no way a human could do that and come out alive. Hence all the jelly dead people.
Right. That must be how these people got jellified.
It wouldn't just jellify you, it would tear you apart, particle from particle. That's what a black hole does.
Before we discuss this, shouldn't we look through the rest of their time machines research?
Daru's already started pulling up new documents. I'm suddenly afraid. Is it okay to keep hacking CERN like this? Should I stop him? I'm the one who asked him to do it, but things have gotten serious now. But at the same time, irresistible curiosity wells up inside me. Time travel is becoming a reality.
Which one of us is gonna die first?
Oh, you.
Okay, thank God.
Who wants to be shoved into the microwave?
Oh, God, me.
I don't think so.
I want to
God,
know
I
that it's
love
true.
radiation.
I can't stop now.
Get in the microwave.
Here we go. There's a file in the Z program that explains the time travel theory.
That was pretty easy to find. Sure. CERN should have better security.
The security's fine. I'm just too good.
Daru is my favorite right arm.
I thought he was your super hacker.
Hacker. You had it right the first time.
So what does it say, Christina? This is in English, too, so I have no choice but to rely on my assistant.
Can you give me some time to read it?
Kurisu's eyes dart left and right across the lines. Her earlier reluctance has vanished. It looks like she's as curious as I am.
No way, but this is... Is Tidor really...
What are you muttering about? Tell me what it says.
Oh, right. You know, this feels like one big joke.
What do you mean?
It's almost the same. The same as Teeter's theory. Basically, the LHC smashes protons together at 99.999999991% speed of light. By doing so, they compress a mass of, fuck me, 10, 12, 13 kg. What that says?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in like
circles around.
they're in circles, so into I literally have this like an inch from my face. into an extremely teeny space of 10, 10, 11,
Kita.
wiggle, squiggle
Kita.
M.
What? Why is it just random fucking katakana there?
I don't know.
In Japanese, please. 3 lines max.
I mean, part of it was in Japanese.
Yeah, it said kita.
Kita.
A small mass.
That's what the ladies say about my friend.
Thrust into a narrow space.
Yeah.
That thing I said.
Yeah.
With great force.
Until it gets tired. That explanation's too vague.
Sexo. That explanation's too erotic.
Huh? What part of it is a rot? Oh. Ooh. Hashira, you pervert.
You dang prevert.
Sounds like you have a pretty good imagination yourself.
I am not like you.
We are one and the same. Join me and we can rule the fucking galaxy.
Her blushing cheeks make her denial less than effective. Don't listen to this fool, Christina. Continue.
Excuse me.
Ugh. Ugh, what were we talking about?
Thrusting.
Thrusting with great force.
Proton compression.
Right. Successful compression generates a microsingularity, which...
Microsingularity, not a mini black hole.
Not a micro penis?
Just shut up, man. I told you not to tell anyone.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Whoops.
I just...
Same thing essentially. A singularity is the core of a black hole.
This process generates a black hole with 2 microsingularities.
Black hole with 2 cores? Like a cowlick with 2 hairs. No, I don't think that's it.
Explain with cute girls. What?
Fine, say there are 2 cute girls. Mike Chan and Crow Chan.
Sisters are moe. Ha, ha. Oh, God.
By feeding Mike Chan and Crow Chan electrons, you can make them do whatever you want.
Oh,
Okay, this
no.
is not a good analogy whatsoever.
Electric shock torture? Is this some sort of okay?
So you force them to rotate in extremely high velocity. You force them to rotate. And then, theoretically, Mike Chan and Crow Chan transform into magical girl ring singularity. Very uncomfortable.
You stop transformation scene. Got it.
Well, it looks like these two have found a common wavelength. Unfortunately.
The resulting black hole exhibits what's called the Kerr effect.
What are curved black holes anyway? You said they spin, but what does that mean?
Exactly what it sounds like.
Shit! But don't black holes usually spin? I mean, there's a whirlpool around the hole, right?
The part that looks like it's spinning is just the surrounding matter being sucked into the black hole. A black hole is just a point where extreme mass causes gravitational collapse. Everything falls towards it. Since it's only a point, it doesn't spin. A Kerr black hole has a ring as its center, not a point. Think of it like this. Once transformed into magical girls, Mike Chan and Crow Chan's hearts spin like a ring inside their bodies, which is impossible for normal people.
I'll pass on the Guro.
Before you said that such a black hole's existence would be impossible to prove. What did you mean?
A black hole has what's called an event horizon. Once you pass the event horizon, time and space switch places.
Time and space switch places?
Right now, we can move freely through space and into the future, but we can't move even 1 minute into the past. That becomes reversed. On the other side of the event horizon, moving freely through space becomes impossible, while moving freely through time becomes possible.
I can't even imagine what that's like.
Since unrestricted spatial movement is impossible, you can never escape a black hole. For example, if Okabe jumped into a black hole, time for him would stretch to infinity. Some light cannot escape, human eyes cannot see the other side of the event horizon. Observing a black hole from the outside is impossible, so nothing about the inside can be proven. There is an exception, however. This exception is vital when you see a Kerr black hole for time travel. When you use.
Get to the point.
The Kerr black hole's ring singularity. Since it's spinning, it has angular momentum.
Like I said, in Japanese, please.
Didn't I already explain how the core spins? Just think of it as having momentum. That is having momentum. If you keep giving Mike Chan and Crow Chan electrons, they'll rotate faster and faster. And when their angularity momentum exceeds a certain threshold, the event horizon will disappear and the singularity will become a naked singularity.
Oh no.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Naked? You mean the magical girl costumes expose a lot of the skin, right? When's the anime adaptation air?
Kurisu and I ignore Daru's nonsense. Naked, you mean it becomes observable?
When the event horizon disappears, there's no more reason for time and space to change places, meaning that you can enter a naked singularity without being trapped. And then the existence of the naked singularity allows the principle of causality to be violated and the general theory of relativity to fail. The laws of physics are broken.
Oh. Can such a thing exist? The negation of the theory of relativity and its principle of causality means serious paradoxes can occur. Didn't Kurisu say that earlier?
Nothing in principle stops Kerr black holes from existing. It seems inconsistent, but the math never lies. Since the principle of causality fails, it would be possible to time travel. It would be possible to travel to the past by entering a naked singularity.
John Titor said the same thing. So Titor's time machine is using CERN's technology.
Or the other way around.
Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe.
But Titor's time machine was compact, small enough to fit into a car. The LHC is 27 kilometers long, but they managed to get it down to travel size in just 24 years.
One thing I don't understand is how. Is how they inject electrons into the singularity. Look, this is a picture of LHC, but there's strange equipment installed at the proton collision site. It looks like they called for a lifter, but just what is that?
Daru, have you heard of it?
saw that in Z program files. Want to Google it?
Daru opens up a browser window and enters Lifter into a search engine.
We've got hits.
About 422,000 results.
That many? I guess it's not a secret.
Could it be Ionocraft?
Ions are charged particles. The meaning matches.
We click on a link that says Ionocraft, Lifter. It takes us to a video. It looks like some dim garage. But it doesn't seem like anything secretive, just a garage like you'd see in an average American home. At the center of the screen is a triangular shape made of some kind of metal. It looks about 10 centimeters high and about 30 centimeters wide. It's connected to some sort of generator by a thin wire. Looks like some really cheap equipment. That's all there is. Nothing else. After explaining something in some language I don't understand, Russian maybe, the person filming the video slowly turns the power on. And then, it's floating.
That was me. Oh.
The silvery triangle floats endlessly soundlessly into the air. Then it remains stationary. That's an anti-gravity device.
Don't be ridiculous. That would be the breakthrough of the century. It's called an ionocraft, so it probably has something to do with electrodes and charged air.
Kurisu doesn't sound as confident as she usually does. We look up information on the Ionocraft lifter. Lots of sites have detailed instructions on how to make lifters, but I don't know how they work since the sites all give conflicting theories. CERN is using this lifter technology. It's a vital component of their time machine. If they can manipulate a micro-singularity's mass and gravitational field, then these things really are anti-gravity devices.
Well, under those exact conditions, I guess you might not be entirely wrong.
Incredible! My curiosity's growing more by the second.
But it looks like CERN's having trouble adjusting their lifter. They don't have full control over the micro-singularity's gravity, so they can't make a true naked singularity.
That must be the reason why the subjects turned into jellymen. Kurisu nods.
Since the singularity is still closed, the subject is crushed by its tremendous gravity. As a result, substances become fractionalized. Let's go with that hypothesis. Of course, there's no way to be sure that it's right. It might take months to prove.
Kurisu shrugs her shoulders in resignation. So CERN's lifter is still incomplete. If Tidor is telling the truth, then CERN won't complete their time machine for another 24 years. If we can complete the phone wave, name subject to change, first, then we'll have outwitted CERN.
We don't have half the equipment of funding CERN does. What makes you think you can solve a problem that they can't? It isn't that simple. CERN still hasn't figured out how to set the subject's destination in time or space. That should be evident by how scattered the Jellyman discoveries were. We don't even know if this is all of them. There could be Jellymen buried underground or floating in space. Actually, I'm almost certain there are. There's no point traveling through time if you end up in tens of thousands of kilometers away from Earth. It's not practical at all.
Tidor said he had a variable gravity lock system. He can use that to lock onto the Earth's gravity and ensure he arrives somewhere on the planet's surface.
Peter's explanation on that point was vague. He mentioned having such a device, but he didn't explain how it worked.
But if you're only moving through time, won't you just arrive in the same location?
Of course not.
Why not?
Because the Earth is always moving.
Oh, sorry. Eh.
Hey, we got an email. From Ferris.
Oh no, that's the cat girl.
Yeah.
Have you bought Phantasm's debut single yet? It's the theme song for Rainet Kakeru. So it's really popular. Ferris bought 5 copies, yeah. It's my duty as a Rainetter. Anyway, there's an important secret in Phantasm's songs. The key to unlocking it is, oops, the bell's ringing, yeah. It looks like someone's here. Better see who it is. Why is a period on a separate fucking line?
Let's see. Do we respond to Phantasm or theme song or important secret?
Important secret? That sounds cool.
I'm aware. They are said to contain directions to the sanctuary, as well as prophecies regarding the end of the world. Isn't that right?
Right. Rotation and revolution. The Earth's rotational velocity is about 1,650 kilometers per hour. Its orbital velocity around the sun is about 114,000 kilometers per hour. Is that a decimal? No.
It was 1,000.
Meaning 1 hour ago we were that far away from where we are now.
Well, if you think about it like that, we're earth-shatteringly fast.
And that's not all. The solar system is part of the Milky Way, and the Milky Way spins like a giant whirlpool. There are various theories, but basically the Earth moves about 50 million kilometers a day.
That's a lot.
How could she roll all those numbers so smoothly off her tongue? I get that she's a genius, but it's hardly common knowledge. Has she been doing research on the topic?
We kind of got into a ludicrous scale.
By the way, the Milky Way is part of a large cluster of galaxies, which is itself part of an even larger supercluster. And these clusters and superclusters might be moving too. If that's the case, we're moving even more than 50 million kilometers a day. The point is that setting the destination would require insane calculations, even if you only want to travel 1 second into the past. Doing it by hand is impossible, and it might take years for a supercomputer to come up with a solution just to get you to the same location. Then we have
no choice.
Oh.
We need to find Tidor and borrow his variable gravity system.
Great idea. Go for it.
It's one of us somehow, somewhere, sometime.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how CERN is dealing with this problem.
After blowing me off, Kurisu goes back to reading CERN's documents. Daru and I aren't good with English, so there's nothing we can do but let her work. Dawn breaks. It kind of looks like that S is separate from the word, but whatever.
A little bit, yeah.
It totally does.
Mm-hmm. We stayed up all night again. Fighting drowsiness, I refill my mug with instant coffee. I have already lost count of how many I've had.
Okube?
Kurisu hands her mug to me without looking away from the computer. I guess she expects me to refill it.
Damn right I do, bitch.
Okay.
I'm the one who reads English.
Since when did I become her maid? She should ask Mayuri for stuff like this. Mayuri's a professional maid, after all. That said, Kurisu's the one reading CERN's documents right now. Daru and I can manage if we use translation software, but we're nowhere near as efficient as she is. Well, it's not exactly what I had in mind when I said I wanted to borrow her knowledge. It just goes to show that I was right to make her a lab mem. She's an asset to the lab. For now, at least. I should try not to upset her.
Great asset. Great asset.
Great asset. I silently take the mug from Kurisu, dump in the powdered coffee, and pour in hot water from the pot. 2 packets of sugar, no milk. Kurisu has already requested it the same way 5 times today. I mix it well and bring it over to Kurisu. She doesn't immediately realize I'm standing behind her, so I hold the mug in front of her face. Kurisu takes it without turning.
Thanks.
Her eyes never leave the screen. She's completely absorbed in CERN's research. Even though she was adamant when she called them traitors to scientists everywhere, she's not above picking their brains. But I understand how she feels. I'm itching to know more myself. Daru is fast asleep on the sofa. His snoring is quite loud. Furthermore, it sounds like he has sleep apnea. I'm surprised Kurisu has been able to ignore it. Is she just that focused?
1 second.
I decide to watch some TV. As always, the news channels are all covering the Radicon satellite crash. That's a female reporter.
You have a great female voice line.
Did she walk away?
I don't know. Think so? I just heard her voice in the distance. I thought,
Oh.
I'll do something.
5 days have passed since the satellite crash, and with the start of summer vacation season, crowds are gathered to get a glimpse of the satellite, which still has not been removed.
I came from Nagoya. I want to see it.
I drove all the way from Saitama. It's amazing. Where did that thing come from?
Space.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a high school girl from Chicken.
Oh, excuse me, I've got an email from Part-Time Warrior. I'm so hungry. I had to skip breakfast again today. I don't have much money on hand. Are there any good places to find insects or weeds around here? I can get by using my survival skills if I have to. Let's tell her where the good weeds at.
Yo!
You eat insects? Hardcore. Hey, tourists from all over Japan are flocking to this location. In an interview earlier today, Michael Burns, spokesman for NASA, stated the news satellite had crashed in Japan, that the crashed object was, in fact, not even a satellite. The satellite is currently under police investigation. No date for removal has been set. Is it really under investigation? This could be another plot by the organization.
What happened to her?
I don't know.
Good morning. Oh, wait. Should I say good afternoon?
The door unlocks from outside and Mayuri comes in. She has a convenience store bag in hand.
Yo,
Back.
more bananas.
Hey.
Hey, welcome back.
There are various food items inside, but it doesn't look like they're for us.
Ooh, the air in here is so thick.
The 3 of us probably look pretty haggard since we stayed up all night. But it's hard to put on a bright smile now that I know about CERN.
I'll refresh the air.
Mayuri opens the window wide. The sky is so blue it hurts my eyes. Large clouds listlessly drift on the wind. It truly is a refreshing sight. Mayuri's appearance makes Daru get up with a grimace. Kurisu also finally moves away from the computer, sipping her hot coffee while rubbing her eyes. I glance at the clock, then go to the center of the room and call for attention. Since all lab mems are present and accounted for, this is the perfect opportunity to hold another roundtable conference.
Roundtable conference? Oh, sorry, wrong voice. Roundtable conference?
She said a roundabout confluence.
Oh, roundabout confluence. I read it right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make dinner simultaneously right now.
Ah, okay. A meeting of lab mems.
Have we ever done that before?
Do you even have a round table?
Not physically, however it exists in the hearts of all lab mems. Am I mistaken?
Yes, you're mistaken. Don't go sticking things in people's hearts.
I already said I'm out on Meguro.
Is there one in my Yushi too?
Of course there is.
Oh, that's good. It's a roundable.
Why a round table? You King Arthur? This isn't fate.
I'm only a temporary lab mem anyway.
These people whine about every little thing.
Oh my god.
Wow. It's a scene.
Oh, you can actually see him.
Yeah.
It's a CG.
Snazzy.
Anyway, it's a roundtable conference. Mayuri wasn't here last night, so first let's explain the situation to her. I tell Mayuri about everything we discovered in her absence. About how CERN is making a time machine. About Jellymen. About how Men in Black might be coming to erase us for what we know.
Come the men in black. Galaxy Defenders. I told you, you shouldn't do bad things.
Bad, you say? We are bad? Absurd. If we're bad, then CERN is even worse. They aren't satisfied with ruling the world, now they want to get their hands on space-time itself.
I agree.
For some reason, Kurisu backs me up.
What CERN is doing is unforgivable. They're traitors to humanity, to society, and to science. I guess.
She doesn't sound convinced. I didn't want to get Mayuri involved, but she's surprisingly perceptive. She'd find out even if we kept it a secret, so it's better to just tell her. Anyway, Ragnarok can no longer be averted. The final battle with CERN is near. A large part of me is still afraid, but we've come too far to turn back now. We can't unlearn what we know.
Can we?
Well, I guess we could try.
Rag in a rock?
With enough alcohol and, contusions to the head.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah.
Get it done. Norse mythology again?
Christina, I ordered you to investigate CERN. What have you learned?
I don't remember being ordered, but whatever. There are two problems CERN faces with time travel. First is the electron injection device, also known as a lifter. Unless they get it to function properly, they can't make the Kerr black hole singularities naked. I got onion in my eye.
Oh.
If you send a test subject through the singularity, it's in its current state, the supergravity compresses them to the micro level. Naturally, there's no way to survive. The second problem is that they can't specify a physical destination. They can't choose where they end up after traveling to the past. That's why I'd say the 14 found jellymen were the lucky ones. Over 100 human experiments have been performed since 2001. The remaining 80 or so people ended up somewhere they can't be found. Why can't they be found?
Didn't you know, Mayushi? The world is constantly moving. Its rotational speed is 1,500 kilometers per hour. Its orbital speed is 114,000 kph.
Somebody learned something.
Wow.
Wow.
Daru's tone is authoritative, but he's just relaying what he heard from Kurisu last night.
Don't you know, you fucking idiot? How'd you not know this, you absolute buffoon?
CERN has been looking for solutions, but it's not going well.
So even CERN is having difficulties? Now then, have you learned anything that could help us complete the phone wave name subject to change? Kurisu stares at the ceiling in thought.
My question is, sorry, side note, is why would they escalate to human experiments that if you can't even get like a banana to not jelly? Like there's no way the animals didn't liquefy either with the problems that they're facing.
I don't know.
So, just to escalate to humans seems kind of like after
Yada
animals.
yada, super secret evil organization.
Yeah, I know. Well, but still, seems very irresponsible. Anyway.
Well, maybe
Well, I suppose
maybe they figured that the subjects they were using was one of the variables into why they weren't having success. So they thought, hey, maybe it'll work with people.
And also
All right,
could
that
be
tracks.
a thing of like biological makeup, you know. Like,
Yeah. I mean, just for me personally, if like a banana came back jellified, I would not be signing up to try it.
Right.
So who are these idiots? Anyway. Well, I suppose you could call the LHC the world's largest microwave oven.
Of course. In other words, the phone wave, named subject to change, is a miniature LHC.
You might be onto something there.
I was sure she'd deny it. In fact, I thought she'd yell at me. But instead, she agreed with me. Throws me off a little.
You're making progress.
Yeah.
Look at you go, buddy. You're almost in.
Yay.
Into what?
Yay. Yay, me. However, there are too many things we don't know about the phone wave. Why did the same phenomenon that occur in CERN's time machine also occur in that teeny microwave?
I just noticed I'm holding a Dr. People right now.
Unlike the LHC, this thing wasn't made for time travel. Okay, you need to like... No, dog, really?
I
Pees.
told my Dr. People.
My dog pees. And then he comes in and eats. Then he wants to go out to poop. I'm like... Pee. But I'm carrying him outside.
Sheesh.
See if... Okay. But now I can't see my screen. It was made to warm Mayushi's chicken. Well, yeah.
Since the Jellyman phenomenon occurs with the phone wave, named subject to change, Mayuri's bananas must be reaching the Kerr black hole's ring singularity.
It makes a black hole? Here?
Yeah.
It won't suck us in, will it?
No.
If it sucked us in, we'd become Jellymen too.
But we still haven't figured out the electric discharge phenomenon or the conditions required to cause it.
During our experiments earlier, we were only able to send emails to the past during the discharge.
Although it hasn't happened again, that discharge phenomenon could very well signify the injection of charge. That is, electrons. And only when it occurs does the path to the singularity open.
We don't know the cause of the discharge phenomenon.
That's what we need to find out. This one's Kurisu Jessica.
Oh, is she doing dog things?
What'd that dog do?
What the dog? The dog maybe need to do a poo.
In the first place, the emails we're sending to the past are digital data, not physical objects. That's a definite difference from CERN's time machine.
It's all coming together.
Yeah. No, we're doing the same thing. Who's to say the digital data can't go through a singularity? I think it would be easier than sending something human-sized. Well, I suppose that's true.
You know, the way you guys talk about email makes me think of folding a letter into a paper airplane and making it go zoom, you know?
It's more like a beam of light, like optical digital data. By the way, it's a pain to keep saying email sent to the past. Let's give it a proper name.
Oh god.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh no, I dropped the thing.
Oh,
Go!
what's that supposed to mean? You dare mock Halloween Kyoma?
Yeah.
Okay. You just want to give it some oddball name, don't you? How rude. Heed me. I shall name the phenomenon of email sent to the past as follows. The name shall be... Nostalgia Drive.
Oh, shut up!
Confusing. Rejected. Why, you? Who gave you the authority to reject my ideas? You're just an assistant.
Let's put it to a vote. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Then why don't we take a vote? All in favor of Nostalgia Drive? My hand shoots into the air, but nobody follows suit. Have you forsaken me, Daru? Mayuri? Oh.
That's right. It's too hard for Mayushi to remember.
Chris-chan was right all along.
That's why I told Shody, man.
Traitors! Fine. Then let's hear alternatives. Don't tell me you rejected my idea without having any bright ideas of your own.
Pass mail. Easy.
I take it this will be something easy to understand. It's an email that regresses through time. So how about retro mail?
What does retro mean?
Mayuri is busy eating strawberry jelly.
Planted on a kitty.
How can she eat that stuff after hearing about Jellyman? She's eating a jelly donut.
But her eyes are open. She's not broad.
Sounds like you have your answer, Christina. You said it should be easy to understand, but it wasn't easy to understand at all, was it?
But that's because Mayuri-san is... never mind.
Were you about to say because Mayuri's dumb?
No!
Christian, do you think Mayushi's dumb?
I don't. I promise I don't, okay?
Somehow Kurisu manages to glare at me even while soothing Mayuri.
I vote the mail delivery time.
Oh, I see what the little part-time warrior wants here. She hungry.
Eh. Fucking why search for bugs? You can just go to T-Mobile Park and fucking buy them to eat.
Nice.
Yeah. That's not nice. That's gross. It's disgusting.
Okay.
Like you're gross. You're disgusting.
Yeah. If you cook them right. Yeah.
One of us somehow, someway.
It's surprisingly good.
Cool story, bro. That's too stiff. It's hard to say.
It's better than nostalgic expialidocious nonsense. And mine makes a movie title reference.
That's not cool. It needs to be cool.
You're not cool!
I know.
You're rejecting it for that? She has an idea. How about back in the mail? I took a movie title and changed the word to mail.
Okay, I'm back. I'll save you.
Hello.
I already did the movie joke, Mayushi.
Besides, I think the meaning is a little off.
She probably meant mail to the future, but our emails go to the past.
It's not about the meaning. I took a movie title and changed a word to mail.
Mm-hmm. She
You
did.
sure did.
Either way, it's too long.
Hashtag.
That's not what they say about me. And how about DeLorean, man?
That doesn't even say what kind of email it is.
It's a time travel.
Time mail?
Ocarina
Hey,
of
we don't
Mail.
have time for this nonsense. Let's just abbreviate it to D-mail and move on.
That's something totally different. Honestly.
But that's boring. I sent my girl a D-mail.
I don't care if it's boring.
Shut down. Kurisu's influence in the lab seems to have grown significantly these past few days.
D-mail it is.
Mayuri, finished with her jelly, proclaims in satisfaction. Wait, when did Mayuri become the moderator?
So, why does the D-mail phenomenon occur? Oh, you see, somebody gets really horny.
Because the path through the ring singularity is open. We've been over this already.
Get it together, man.
Get it together. Get it together.
We don't know if there's actually a black hole at work here. It could be an entirely different phenomenon that just happens to resemble Stern's experiments.
Phenomena.
Meh. Do.
Phenomena.
Oh, shit, hang on. Hey, Echo. Turn off timer. Excuse me.
Echo.
It's dangerous to jump to conclusions.
Take this.
Oh wait,
What?
I didn't need to flip anything.
Ah, thank God. Why so timid? Don't you want our time travel experiments to succeed? That's why we put our lives on the line to hack CERN. What we need to figure out is how to turn the phone wave, name subject to change, into a usable time machine.
Do you really think that's possible?
There is no think, only do.
Alright, Yoda.
Who do?
Okay.
What, did you read that off a motivational poster? You're like the classic incompetent boss.
Have you
You're
ever
like
heard-
Michael Scott.
Like prison, Mike. I kidnapped the president's daughter, and I never got caught, neither. Then why'd you go to prison, Mike? Damn you! You dare insult the insane mad scientist Ho in Kyoma!
Well, it's not like Okuryu's the boss anyway.
Then who's the boss? Indeed, I am the symbol of this lab, not the boss.
I don't know what you mean by symbol, but how do you plan to turn the phone wave into a time machine? Let's have details.
My plan... Alright, there is one thing. We've been thinking that the electrical discharge happens at random, but I have a hypothesis.
Which is...
No, it doesn't involve witches. I look at my watch, it's past noon.
Wizards?
There you go. Recall the conditions when it occurred, Christina. We experimented through the night with no results, but there's one variable we overlooked. The simplest, most definitive variable of all. That is the
Which
time of
is-
the occurrence.
Oh. So they were all doing it around like 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Ding ding. There you go.
I checked the
Smart.
times of the 2 previous occurrences. When I accidentally sent the first email to Daru's phone, it happened between noon and 1 p.m. Second time, when all 4 of us observed the email, it was 6 p.m.
You don't just accidentally send an email.
I swear that was an accident. So we performed the experiment within that time frame, we might be able to reproduce the effect.
Let's try it now. Should have
Curious.
said that a little more enthusiastically. Let's try that now.
Hey, whatever, let's give it a shot, I guess.
Go team.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Whatever, let's do it.
Kurisu bolts into the development room, suddenly bursting with enthusiasm. Which you could hear in her voice.
Well, I'm glad to see she has her priorities straight.
Mayushi's banana supply is getting low. Gotta buy more. Totally relevant to the story.
Only 1 banana remains untouched.
It's mine!
Don't worry, I'll go touch your banana.
Oh,
We-
thanks. I appreciate it, man.
Thanks, Christian. We got rid of the jellified bananas, and then we ate the rest.
Sorry, Mayushi-san. I'll go buy you some new bananas later. Really? Yay! Ocarina and Darukan eat my bananas, but they never buy new ones. Jerks.
I'll be sure to amend that in the future.
We're too busy sciencing.
Yeah. Can't go banana shopping when we're doing science. A bunch of bananas is a small price to pay in order to bring chaos to the world. Kurisu picks the last banana off the stem, leans under the table, and places it inside the microwave.
First, let's see if it'll become a jelly man. Ah!
She tries to get up and gloriously bangs her head underneath the table.
I thought you were supposed to be hey, I thought you were supposed
Notice
to be
on the desk, it's a does that say? Oh, it must just be 7 up,
9
but
up.
it looks like a cute. Is it a 9? It looks so.
It's a 9 up.
Yeah, 9 up.
That's funny.
Trying for the clumsy girl appeal.
It was an accident.
Just like me.
Oh,
Kurisu gets up, blushing in embarrassment, with tears in her eyes.
Put the microwave somewhere else. It's dangerous and hard to reach like this.
It'll punch through the floor if we put it on the table.
Chris-chan, pain, go away.
I'm working on.
I'm working on getting better.
Mayuri pats the back of Kurisu's head, then sweeps her hand through the air.
Thanks, Mayuri-tan.
Kurisu pulls herself together, types on her phone, and activates the phone wave, name subject to change. The banana inside the microwave slowly begins to spin backwards as the timer counts down.
Ah,
Kurisu, who is peering into the microwave, suddenly shouts in surprise. The
Oh,
banana
okay.
has vanished. At
I
the
had that
exact
from.
same moment, the banana reappears on its stem, jellified.
Gel banana.
Whoa! Hit!
Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa!
Bobby.
Hey,
Okay,
Majig.
right.
Jobana.
You been making gel bananas again?
I'm sorry, Dad.
I was just hungry, Dad.
Hey. I just wanted banana, Dad.
Just as I suspected, the critical variable was time. I was a little anxious about the result, but it all worked out. I outwitted the impertinent genius girl. Now my position as symbol of the lab is secure.
Way to go, Okube. It was so simple. I didn't notice it.
Kurisu says with a slightly sulky expression.
Oh, okay. Neat.
Your praise does you credit, Christina, but I know you're frustrated you didn't think of it first.
Anyway, let's see if we can send another Gmail.
Hey, whip it out.
Daru, you're up.
Kurisu ignores my proud laughter and excitedly starts typing out a mail. Ugh, I feel like my authority has been on the decline since that girl showed up.
It's cool, man. You never had any to begin with.
Respect my authority.
God damn it, darn now.
Fuck, I muted myself.
Oh.
Help me, you two. Okube, I'm sending an email to your phone.
When did I become her assistant? I grind my teeth in frustration, but I do as I'm told and insert my phone into the phone wave, name subject to change's slot.
What are you gonna send, Chris-chan?
A medallion.
Gonna send a Chachu medallion. Ayuri presses up against Kurisu and sneaks a peek at Kurisu's phone.
Doesn't matter what it says. What matters is whether we can send it or not.
I'm gonna send a Kamehameha.
Let me see. Okube is an airhead.
Wait! You there, assistant! What are you typing?
You'll see. Ready? I'm sending it.
Daru has already set the microwave's timer through the X68000. There's nothing inside, but the microwave still operates. The countdown starts from 120. This is where the timing counts. We know that we have to open the microwave door during operation, but we still don't know when to send the email. For now, we'll do them simultaneously. Kurisu readies her finger on her phone's send button. I grasp the microwave's door handle. Mayuri seeks cover. Oh.
Starting the countdown.
Microwave timer indicates 70.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Kurisu presses send. And at nearly the same instant, I open the microwave door.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's working! It's working, you guys! Lightning crackles in the air. The cushion underneath the phone wave, name subject to change, collapses under the weight. The floor starts creaking. It's exactly like the discharge phenomenon that occurred before. The discharge lasts for about 10 seconds. After it subsides, we stare at the phone wave, name subject to change, with bated breath. Luckily, it didn't break through the floor.
Did it arrive? Sorry.
I disconnect my phone from the phone wave, name subject to change, and check my mail. Kurisu stands beside me and peers at the screen.
Airhead. Okube is N.
There's an email there. 2 of them even, and they're written in English. Timestamps are from 5 days ago.
What?
Kurisu starts laughing when she sees the mail, even though she's the one who wrote it. The Okabe in the first one is obviously my name. What does airhead in the second one mean? My English is shaky. Is she saying my head can fly or something? Whatever,
Hey,
I may not know what it
buddy.
means, but I do know this. My assistant is making fun of me. But that doesn't matter right now. Christina, did you send 2 mails?
No. I only sent one. Mayushi saw it too. She really only sent one.
But I received 2.
You're right. I even sent it to one in one sentence, but it got divided.
By the way, what does this word mean?
I already did. Why don't you look it up?
I guess she doesn't want to answer.
That reminds me, the email from before was cut up mid-sentence too.
Was it?
Yeah, look at your history. I'm pretty sure I sent Okudin's on her. Oh.
Perv? Let me guess. Perv.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. This one got split too.
Is that why people are splitting in two? I
Oh.
wonder what's causing it.
Maybe it's related to the Jellymen.
Mayushi wants to know why it arrived 5 days ago. Good point. Didn't the last one also arrive 5 days before we sent it?
Yeah, it did.
There's some kind of rule for when it arrives.
So you're telling me you made a time machine out of a microwave?
What the hell?
Can't put a person in it though, just manners. And a phone.
Yeah,
Let's try sending more.
Mayuri's right. Now that we figured out how to send D-mails, we should keep experimenting and collect as much data as we can.
Commit a murder and then have your alibi D-mails.
Yep. Alright, lab mems. Battle stations.
He's at it again.
Our mission? To send as many D-mails as possible. Daru, man the
Said
X-68,000.
every man ever.
Your job is to observe, adjust, and gather information on the phone wave name subject to change.
I've never sent an email before.
Sure you haven't.
Assistant, keep those mails coming. Try various patterns of text. Japanese, English, full width, half width, emoticons. The actual messages don't matter. I'm sure Shining Finger would be better for the job, but since she's not a lab man, I'll leave it to Kurisu.
Mayushi.
Sit there and look pretty.
Yeah.
Your mission is to go shopping. Just buy some bananas for now. I, Hoin Kyoma, shall fund you.
Wow, you're so generous to replace the bananas that you ate.
All my bananas that you ate and ruined.
So, I guess your job is opening the microwave?
Well, you saved the easiest job for yourself.
Because texting's hard.
No, my assistant's judgment is sound. The key to a successful D-mail is most likely the correct timing of opening the microwave door.
I was just kidding.
Leave this task to Hoin Kyoma. I shall open this door with precision, boldness, and delicacy, as if it were the flesh of a beautiful woman.
Corinne, that's naughty.
Furthermore, the current operation is top secret. You must not leak it to anyone. Got it? Mayuri nods. The others are ignoring me. Now I shall give this operation a name. It shall be known as Up.
Don't need one. Let's start.
What?
You fucking
But
idiot.
you ruined my climactic scene. Damn you, assistant. This is an outrage.
I can't believe she ruined your climax.
Yeah.
Climax scene.
Afterwards, the
Always-
D-mail experiment, its name is Operation Erd, though I lost my chance to announce it, continues for 2 hours. During that time, every D-mail goes back in time without a hitch. Now it's time to take a break. We're all hungry, and except for Mayuri, we've been up since last night.
Go ahead and rest. I'm gonna have a go at it a little longer.
She's been going at it for hours, and she's still full of energy. It's hard to believe she was so opposed to time travel research before. Her scientist blood must be on fire. We've made a number of discoveries, but we can wait to assess them until after we eat. Daru and I leave the 2 girls to watch over the lab as we go shopping at the convenience store. We return from the convenience store to find the Brown Tube Workshop's one and only part-time warrior standing in front of the building. She's stretching.
Duh.
She notices me and calls out without stopping her exercises.
What shenanigans are you up to this early in the morning?
Shenanigans?
We're sending emails.
We're sending D-mails to her friends.
You want one?
This girl has a
Yes.
thing for unusual words. The kind you wouldn't believe. We're building the first time machine in human history.
Huh? Cool.
Hey, shouldn't you be more surprised?
Can't blame her for being skeptical. I didn't think it was possible either. Isn't that top secret? I thought you didn't want anyone to know.
Crap. Part-time warrior, please keep what I just said a secret.
Sure. By the way,
Part-time warrior glances at the Brown Tube Workshop.
the boss is really pissed.
What'd you do this time?
Why?
The noise. Whatever you're doing up there, it's got the whole building shaking. Dust everywhere. Kind of like an air raid. He was saying stuff like, "What's that nutcase doing? I'ma raise this damn rent." Maybe you should go apologize.
Oh boy, what if he kicks us out?
Alright, leave it to me. Daru, go tell my assistant to lay off the experiments for now.
Roger that. I won't forget you, soldier.
Daru salutes, then races up to the second floor.
By the way, is Makase Kurisu here too?
Yeah. Come to think of it, she did pick a fight with Christina yesterday. Have you met before?
No. Yesterday was first contact.
First contact? That's a strange way of putting it. Oh, really? Weren't you a little hostile for a first contact?
She's my enemy.
What? I barely heard her. Her voice was so low. I'm about to ask her to repeat herself, but Souza is staring at the ground in silence. She obviously doesn't want to talk about this. Did she call Kurisu her enemy? But that doesn't make sense. How can she be your enemy? You just met, right?
Yeah.
Did she do something to you?
Not to me.
What does that mean? She did something to someone else? If you want, I can go talk things over with Christina.
It doesn't really matter.
Maybe you're blaming the wrong person?
Please, give it a rest.
She hits me with a glare.
Anyway, shouldn't you apologize to the boss instead of talking to me?
Actually, I'm getting cold feet. But I am Hoin Kyoma, the mad scientist who brings chaos to the world. I can't falter now. I steel myself and enter the brown tube workshop. Part-time warrior follows me inside. I have come! Mr. Brown is sitting at the counter inside, slurping delivery ramen. Even when I enter, he doesn't look away from the huge 42-inch CRT. It's showing some new show's report on some celebrity's divorce. Part-time warrior doesn't say anything. She's just going to stand there and watch him rip me a new one.
Hey, Okabe, the hell are you doing up there?
Straight to the punch. He doesn't take his eyes off the TV, nor does he stop slurping his ramen. Yet despite his sedentary posture, he exudes extraordinary pressure. But now is not the time to falter. We're currently conducting experiments that will change the course of human history. The discoveries we make today will shape the world for centuries.
I don't care what games you guys play. I'm the owner of this building. Got it? The building's really worn out. You keep shaking it like that, you could bring the whole damn thing down on our heads.
Better keep quiet about the dent in the floor.
What?
No security deposit back for you.
Oh. Very interesting, Mr. Braun. Don't tell me you forged this building's earthquake safety certificate.
What if I did?
Holy crap. Maybe we should seek shelter soon.
It's been properly reinforced, but regardless, you guys are still shaking.
So what if a few buildings collapse?
What's that?
As I've said countless times before, our current experiment is of vital importance to the history of science. No, to the history of human civilization itself. It's more important than prolonging this building's lifetime for another 10 or so measly years. The building starts shaking again as soon as I finish speaking. Flakes of concrete start falling from the ceiling. The 42-inch CRT's image goes to static. Damn it, Daru, what are you doing? I thought I told you to stop the experiments.
Okabe!
He's glaring at me.
The ceiling is falling, you dumbass. Some got into my ramen. What are you gonna do about it, huh? No more shaking. Or I'll raise your rent by 10,000.
What? If you raise it by 10,000 yen, we're ruined. Leave it to me, Mr. Braun. On my honor, I swear there won't be any more shaking today. With that, I race out of the brown tube workshop. Christina! Stop the experiments at once! When I burst into the lab, I find all three of them in the middle of lunch. Mayuri has juicy chicken number 1. Daru has a convenience store boxed lunch. Kurisu's eating cup noodles with a fork.
Sorry, Ocarine. Mayushi tried to warm up some chicken.
I'm probably gonna have to go eat now. Shortly.
Okay.
A couple minutes here. Find a spot to wrap.
That is a good idea.
I'm old. I eat at 5:30.
I got you.
I eat
But I
at
also
10,
get up.
That's when I get off work.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
I'm also up super early, but
I got up at 6 a.m. today.
Why the hell did you do that?
'Cause I got a good night's sleep yesterday, actually.
oh, nice.
Why'd you do that? That's not part of being an adult. Part of being an adult is constant worry.
Yep.
Constant bad sleeps. I will be in Ireland
Ireland.
next next Saturday till the 8th to the 17th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I can resume on the 23rd.
Works for me. I think I press start here. Nope.
Nope, that's a skip button. Square.
Square.
You should make
It's
a little
square.
chart like I used to.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever told you, like, playing those, like, reaction games, like the Dark Pictures and Until Dawn.
Yeah.
For the first little bit, I had to, like, put the buttons on the screen. Because my brain would get so nervous that I'd, like, completely forget where the button placements were, so... And then you can't, like, look down. But that ruins the timing, so...
So when I was an
Should make a little-
Xbox kid and I was switching over to PlayStation, I would constantly, to figure out where the buttons were, I'd like trace with my hand on the Xbox controller. Like I'd constantly say X, circle, square, triangle when I press A, B, X, Y, just to get it
that's
in
fair.
my head. And then you have
hard to
fucking
switch.
Nintendo who ruins it.
A, B, X, Y.
Yeah, with A right, B down, left, Y, up, X. It's like, what the fuck, Nintendo?
Nintendo made that style of controller first. If anything, the other ones ruined it.
Oh, touche. Touche.
No, fuck Nintendo.
He's got you there.
Huh?
No, Dreamcast.
What was the other one? Sega.
Yeah.
They had ABC and then ABC XYZ.
Saturn
I
had
never had
ABC and XYZ. Dreamcast just had ABXY.
Nerds.
Well, yeah. Was it the setup like Xbox or was A down B, right?
Yeah,
Or was it-
Dreamcast had the Xbox configuration.
That, oh my god, that's why they had the partnership.
Yeah.
Oh shit. That makes sense now.
Well, anyway, we'll pick this back up when Jessica gets back from Ireland, I guess.
Ireland.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So with that, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out, thanks for voice acting, and have a goopy night.
That's gonna be goofy.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
It's gonna be
Bye-bye.
Joe Bannon-y.
Yellen, Magellan, Ireland.